Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Kim Wilpon Crafts. Hi, how's it going? On today's episode, we will be tie-dyeing yarn. So let's just dive in, right? So what we'll need for today are our tie-dye kits. I will be using two of these, a tulips tie-dye kit, one step. And we have two of them because I want to play with a lot of color today. We also have 10 skeins of yarn from Dyer Supplier, which I purchased. They're 80/20 merino nylon fingering weight yarn, 400 yards each. I'm thrilled. We'll be needing our little basin today, which you've seen me use before. And I am still going to prep with some vinegar. So for today's video, I had a hard time trying to decide what colors I was going to choose, as I wanted to use all the colors. And so I thought it would be best if I had planned to spin a wheel. We love spinning a wheel, you know? So our wheel options today are, we've got Tippy, My Bat Mitzvah, Galaxy, Birthday Cake, Dream State, Pumpkin, Rave, Fire, Central Park, Ice, April Showers, Bring May Flowers, and Unicorn themed, of course. So I'm gonna spin the wheel for, I think, 3 colors. There we go. What do we got? What is it? April Showers, Bring May Flowers. Okay, that'll be our first color. Pumpkin. Okay. And our last one. And Rave. Wow. The ones I really wanted were Tippy, My Bat Mitzvah, and Birthday Cake. Do I go against the wheel and just do what I want to do? I don't know. I feel like I made the wheel and we made it a whole thing. Oh, but I really wanted to do a Tippy yarn. I'm gonna sit with myself and figure it out. So first things first, we need to get this yarn soaking. I am going to fill this tub, fill it with water, soak my yarn for an hour, and then we'll get dyeing. So I'm filling this basin up with room temperature water, unfolding my yarn and soaking that deep in that water. We really want to get that yarn soaked. Next, I am going to add my distilled vinegar because we really want those fibers to open up in that vinegar, or citric acid will allow that to happen. Make sure that water covers your yarn. Fill that tub up so that there is a nice layer of water and you're good to go. Okay, so we are back. Our yarn has been soaking in our tub for about an hour and a half now. I went and got myself a lovely pedicure. And, you know, through that time, I really thought about what we were discussing, right? Do I obey the wheel? Do I listen to my heart? And truly, we're gonna do both. I realized, I said we're only gonna choose 3, and then I was like, if I'm only planning on doing 2 colors each, 2 skeins each per color, right? Then that's only 6 skeins, so then I have 4 left over. So what I decided was, we are going to do April Showers, Bring May Flowers, Pumpkins, and instead of doing Rave, I decided I am gonna go do Birthday Cake Remix. I have an idea for it, and I really, really wanna try it. It's in my heart too, and so that's my game plan. And the final color is gonna be Tippy. I really have this idea, and it seems like it could be really fun, and I wanna see if we can get it done. So that's the game plan today. Now that we have our yarn fully soaked, I'm taking out all of my colors. So I'm going to continue taking out the second box, and we will start with our April Showers, Bring May Flowers. Disposable gloves are going to be so important for this episode. You want to make sure you shake it up enough that the color on the bottom is not powder. Laying down the plastic wrap is such a great idea. It makes everything easy to clean up and everything to like wrap up when you're done. Oh, we got our 2 skeins. Wunderbar. We just want to open them so that they are looking the same. And I want to get as much fiber included and open so I can get to it. Ooh, it's nice and soaked. The last time I did it, it was not as soaked, so the colors weren't as vibrant as I was hoping for. And as we recall, this is April showers bring Mayflowers. So I'm starting off with our blues. We're doing a series of different blues, kind of getting it a little bit speckly at first, and then our yellows kind of like our ray of sunshine. And then we're going in with those pinks and purples to give us that nice floral look. So we got rain to the sun to our flowers. And our first color is done. It kind of looks very rainbowy, but it's meant to be like April showers brings Mayflowers. Now what we want to do is to roll up our skeins individually. So I have pre-laid out some plastic wrap. This is where our plastic wrap comes into play. And now I gotta put this in a plastic bag and I'll be right back. One and done. Bring out our next contestant. I feel like I should be doing this with a towel under my feet. I don't know. Let me get this open. It is pumpkin. We're gonna go and do sort of a pumpkin spice feel. So let's get to it. So I'm starting off with some oranges and a mixture of red and orange. I just wanted to give kind of this mixture idea of pumpkin spice, maybe to see if that would give us kind of like an in-depth color. We do the front and the back and making sure everything is smoothed out. Moving on into our third colorway. I'm just gonna grab 3 skeins this time. I'm trying to get as much water out as possible. Yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, I wanna try to get it as open as possible. So this is going to be our birthday cake remix. Okay. So here we are starting off with yellow. I didn't add any water to our dyes. I'm just using the powder form of it and sprinkling it on as if I were sprinkling on a rainbow sprinkles. That was kind of my idea that I wanted to try. Now I'm going in with the green here. And I was really surprised to see how through time, against the wet yarn, the colors became much brighter than I expected. I really liked them kind of soft and pale at first. And I actually didn't realize how deeply saturated this yarn would get. I still really like this. It's turning out really well. Now I'm going in with the pinks and the purples, giving it this like nice party feel. Kind of just with the yellows and the greens and the blue, it looks kind of a little under the sea moment. I wanted this yarn to feel just like such a party. 90s party vibes, right? And now we're gonna go do the back. The same thing we did to the front, we're gonna do to the back. We want all of our color to be seamless throughout. And unlike the other ones, we're not squeezing them together to get the colors to bleed and blend through. We really just want our yarn to take in that speckly feel. Speckles only here. My first attempt at speckles, not a bad one, I'd say. For our final colorway today, we will be doing a colorway inspired by my beloved cat, Tippy. Oh, Tippy, I love you. Love you, honey. She's a fantastic cat and I love her very much. I need to put out our plastic wrap and we'll get started. Whew. All right, time to take out our final 3 skeins of yarn. We've got our Tippy colors. Oh, okay. Black, green, white, and a little lime green. So I'm just going in and sprinkling that green throughout. Tippy has green eyes, and I just thought that that would kind of give us this little homage to Tippy. And the real secret is that I wanted this black because Tippy's fur colors are black and white, and I didn't want to dye all of that white. I want some of that white to shine through because Tippy is black and white. Black and white cat with green eyes. God, Tippy, why are you so basic?
You're basic. It's a human insult. It's devastating. You're devastated right now.
And I just love how this is looking on the table. The lime green, that emerald green. It looks so good. I wish I did have a little bit more black here, but the way that it's looking on this table right now is amazing. Now I'm gonna wrap these up individually. Careful not to let the black blend. So I started off rinsing this in my bathtub, which I do not recommend. It's very tedious and very uncomfortable. Just watch me squat in here trying to find a good position. And this April showers, that blue just would not run clear, and that's what we were looking for. So with this pumpkin spice, I moved to the kitchen and I was able to get a better hold of the yarn and press down in ways that I couldn't do it in the bathtub. Definitely better leverage. And now you can see that it's starting to run clear a lot faster than that April Showers Bring May Flowers colorway. I wasn't sure how this birthday cake would turn out, considering it was just supposed to be speckly and I didn't want the colors to blend through. And I was trying to be careful. If anyone has any tips out there for how to rinse out tie-dye, speckled tie-dye, let me know in the comments down below. And finally, we've got our Tippy yarn. That black is looking a little indigo to me here. And I couldn't prevent that in that blue kind of almost gray to fade into the white. And that was my biggest concern. I really wanted to keep that white as pure as possible, but it's definitely really hard to do while rinsing it in my sink. If anyone out there knows the best way to do this, let me know for the future. And here they are, drying and hanging, ready to go. Well, right now they're soaked, and they will be ready to go in a couple of days. Hello, and we are back, day three. And it is time for the official reveal. I'm excited by some, disappointed by others, and just about others. And there's only 4 colors to show, so we did it on this one. All in all, though, I will say this first, the saturation level on all of these colors today are kind of impressive considering it was done by like a tie-dye kit. So I think the method of which we used to soak with the vinegar prior to tie-dyeing, I think was the right move. So let's start from our first color. April Showers Bring May Flowers. And the whole idea was that it was blue, rain kind of colors into these yellows and pinks and purples. And honestly, are we like ready for this reveal? It looks kind of awesome. I love how it looks all twisted up like this. I'll use this one. But I love the blues, and I love how that blue looks just so much like a little rain shower. And the colors on this are so vibrant. I really love this one. This one I was like not the most excited about, and I like the little like variation here. I'm glad I put that there. I was not the most excited about this yarn color, but all in all, this color just really delivered. Yeah. Here's a little bit of this yellow too. It just looks so good. I love April showers, bring May flowers. I'm super hyped to knit with it. I don't know what to knit with it. So if you have an idea, put it down in the comments down below. Go, do it now. Do it now before you forget. Our second color was pumpkin spice, right? I'm just gonna show it to you. Ba-ba! Dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba! I don't hate it. I just don't really feel pumpkin spice from this. If you do, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I just need to reevaluate what pumpkin spice means to me. I get it, it's a tie-dye kit and the colors are intended to be brighter. I just really had higher hopes for it to not be so corally. Even like the orange reds in here are beautiful, but not quite what I was expecting. It looks a little pink to me. All else to say is I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I like it. And we're still proud of it. Next color! Our next color was supposed to be our rave, and then I said, no, forget that, I want to do a birthday cake. One thing led to the other. I had high hopes for it all, and I was trying to achieve a speckly look, and pre-washing, it looked amazing. And then when I washed it, color started blending a little bit more. I not like feel let down by it, but I definitely think that I used too many colors and I should have spread out the speckles, like lessons learned. But without further ado, here we are! They definitely all look like they're from the same dye lot, but you can see like it gets kind of sloppy, but like I think this one you can really see like the speckles a lot better. And there's different spots on different skeins that have just achieved like the look we were going for, but this definitely says like 90s rave. That doesn't even say rave to me. It just says like speckle rainbow. More so than funfetti or like birthday cake remix that we were going for, but I really do enjoy the speckled moments. Even though it's not exactly what I had imagined in my head, I still think it's really cool. In fact, I actually think this more reminds me of back in the 90s, there was this like Beanie Baby, and this kind of reminds me of the colorways. And if I can find it, I'll put the picture right here. But this kind of reminds me of the colorways of that Beanie Baby from the 90s, early 2000s. So our last and final color was meant to be our ode to Tippy. That beautiful, beautiful kitty witty. We love you. We dedicated a whole episode to you. We love you. It looked so good on the table. Like exceptional work of art. Kim. I was like patting myself. The confetti was going. I was impressed with myself, to say the least. But then, tragedy fell into the sink, also known as water, and rinsing it out. And the spots that were white, the black tie-dye sort of bled into those white areas. And so while it is not the colorway I intended, it is my favorite color. I love this color so much. This is not the colorway that I would have chosen to go with right away, but it reminds me so much of the board game we fell in love with in the last year. I talk about it all the time. It is, Betrayal at the House on the Hill. It kind of gives me like spooky vibes. And I don't know how this will knit up, but I am in love. I am in love with this. I think that the black and the greens, I think it just looks super cool. Like this whole area up here, stunning. Woo! This is a ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. We have a winner. And to surprise to no one who knows me well, I'm falling in love with the greenest option we have here today. I don't have a problem loving the color green. You do. And then second is this, but also look at all the green. And then this one. And then this one. There's no green here. How could I love this? I like you. I don't love you. And that's okay. And maybe you could be a beautiful gift for someone else who likes you that much. Or maybe I'll find use for you. I don't know. Who's to say? But here is my tie-dye dye lot. And I had a ton of fun working on this craft. It brought me a lot of joy, and I feel like I'm learning a lot more about dyeing yarn. It's really fun. I hope that you all enjoyed this episode today. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please subscribe to my channel, ding that bell for those notifications, and I will see you all next week. Bye!